to get started with the program now. Let me just share my screen. Okay, perfect. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yes, we are seeing you clearly. Thank you very much.
Perfect. All right then. So we will get started. So thank you everybody for attending this seminar for All Saints University School of Medicine. So what is our mission statement? The medical school's central mission is to educate and produce compassionate, competent, and socially responsible healthcare professionals who are capable of providing the best care possible to the global community and are able to assume leadership position in their field of specialty. So how did we start? We were founded in April of 2006 with only 28 students. Currently, we have a population of over 1,000 medical students. We have well over 100 graduates at various stages of their postgraduate or residency training. That's very exciting. And the number keeps getting higher every year. And why did we start? Well, we started to provide a better and more affordable approach to educate the next generation of physicians. So for our recognition, you will find this tab also on our website under allsaintsuniversity.org. You'll find that under our accreditation tab. Our school is recognized and accredited by multiple bodies. We are accredited by the ACCM, and that is the Accreditation Commission on Colleges of Medicine. We're recognized by FAMR, ECFMG, WHO. Here you can see a little bit more about how far we've come. So in May 2019, we have become ACCM accredited, which is excellent. The biggest news we have. We have licensed physicians across the United States, Canada, and other UN member countries. Canadian government-backed financial aid programs. That was another one that was very exciting for us. We have achieved clinical training at top-notch teaching hospitals in the United States. We have small classroom sizes. We have dedicated experience and qualified faculty. So currently we offer 2 MD programs. We offer the 4-year MD program, and this requires a bachelor or diploma of science before entering into this program. For those of you who do not have those requirements, if you have your high school, usually that would be your NECO or your WIAC result, we have the 5-year MD program. So here you can see a little bit about what our program looks like here. So we have our academic plan. So this is the 5-year. You can see year 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Your first 3 years will be in class. So this is when you're studying. You're going to be studying 24/7. You're going to be in class all day. And your final 2 years is when you're in the hospitals. You're going to be rotating with the patients, learning directly from the doctors. And that is some of the most exciting things. And a lot of our students do like to do that in the United States. They do it in Canada, UK. It really just depends on what you want to do. And we're happy to help you out with achieving that. Here is the academic plan for the 4-year MD program. So you will see that it is quite similar. The only difference is that there is no pre-medical phase. And this is because you've already reached that achievement when you came in with your undergraduate degree. During your clinical clerkships, you will see that you have to do at least 72 weeks of clinical rotations. So you will be doing 12 weeks of internal medicine, 12 weeks of general surgery, 6 weeks of OB-GYN, 6 weeks of pediatrics, 6 weeks of psychiatry, and 6 weeks of family medicine. And then you have to do 24 to 30 weeks of your elective. And this is when you actually get to choose what you would like to do. So that's always exciting. So if you have any specialty that you're interested in doing, you can always do your electives in that field. So what is an IMG? This is something that you will be considered. An IMG is an international medical graduate. They are a physician who has graduated from a medical school outside of the country where he or she intends to practice. The medical school of graduation must be listed in the World Directory of Medical Schools, incorporating the WHO Avicenna Directory of Medical Schools and the FAMR International Medical Education Directory. So you can see that here, and we will have more information about that on our website. And here you can see a little bit of a snippet from our school seen on the World Directory of Medical Schools. And we do have links to these from our website as well, so you can find it easily. So what if you want to be a physician? What kind of options do you have? Well, you can go to Dominica. Applicants must prove that their medical education and patient care experience were in one of the countries that have English as a first and native language as listed below. And you will see here, highlighted in red, that Dominica is one of these countries. So why All Saints? Well, for us, we are the first and one of the only Canadian administered Caribbean medical schools. So we are very proud to boast that. Here you can see our tuition fee. So this is for the 5-year MD program. You will see session year 1, year 2, and year 3. You will see we have our pre-medical phase along with your basic sciences. Once you get into your year 4 and 5, this is your clinical rotation. So when you're in the hospitals, you're working with the doctors and the patients. We do offer scholarships. We are currently offering up to 20% off our tuition fee. And that is the qualifying students. So in order to qualify, you have to remember you need to submit your 2 letters of recommendation and your personal essay. So let's see here. Here we have some photos of our campus. I haven't been there myself. I do hope to go eventually, but I know a handful of our staff have had the opportunity to go. And they said it's quite large. They said it's a lot larger than what it looks in the photos. And we really like to boast our very colorful campus. And it's in the center of Roseau. So we have, our school is in the center of the main city in Dominica. And what this is that it means is we have different shops, different housing all nearby. We are in the center of everything. Here you can see some of our photos from our classes in Dominica. You can see some students who are learning in the labs, and you can see some students who are working on a cadaver. You need to make sure you have a strong stomach if you'd like to become a medical doctor, because you will be doing some training on cadavers. Here you can see some of our students at their white coat ceremony. And in the top left corner, you can see over here, we do actually have the opportunity for students to volunteer on community health days. And because we are the only medical school in Dominica, this is very important for the locals. Our students get the opportunity to take the blood pressure, the weight, and offer different types of health advice for the locals on campus. And that's a very good thing when you're applying for residency. When you're applying for residency, they want to see what did you do outside of medical school. So that is a very important opportunity that you should all take advantage of if you get that chance. So we move on to our clinical clerkships in the United States teaching hospitals. We have core rotations in internal medicine, general surgery, pediatrics, psychiatry, family medicine, obstetrics and gynecology, plus your 24 weeks of electives. Here you can see some of the things that you can expect to be doing while you're in your clinical rotations. It is quite exciting, and it's a lot of students' favorite portion of the program. Here is a short list of where you can see where our students have some of their rotations being completed. This is just some. We have quite a long list of where our students are doing their rotations. You can see here in the hospital affiliations, we have some in Illinois, Washington State, Michigan, Indiana, Maryland, Minnesota, Arkansas. Here you can see what some of our requirements are. So to do your residency in the United States, you need your USMLE Step 1, CK. We need your Step 2, CS, which has been discontinued. For your UK requirements, UK Foundation Program, PLAB 1 and 2, English Proficiency. Canadian requirements are MCC QE1, your NAC OSCE, your English Proficiency. And this is just to show you, congratulations to our graduates who have matched. And this is just a small list of some of the places where our students have matched. And this is in the United States and Canada. You can see some of the very popular places. Our students have matched in pathology, internal medicine, pediatrics, psychiatry, neurology, which is such a big deal. Okay, so what next? In the end, the decision to go to a Caribbean medical school is already made for you. When discussing your future with an advisor, it might seem that your MCAS scores or GPA are just not competitive enough for a US medical school. Do not let that disappoint you. The one thing that you can control throughout the process of medical school is how much effort you put into your studies every day. If you go to the highest level medical school and slack off, your chances of getting into a top residency will be less than a Caribbean medical school graduate who studied hard and took advantage of every opportunity. We cannot emphasize that enough. You have to work hard. No matter what school you go to, you always have to work hard. So our admission requirements for our program, you do need to have your completed application form, a personal essay giving reasons why you want to become a doctor, a copy of your academic transcripts, 2 letters of recommendation, your MCAS scores if you have them available. If you don't have them available, it's not a problem. There is a $100 US application fee. You do not have to pay that upon application. You can pay that after. That will be included in your invoice if you're offered admission. And we need 3 passport-sized color photos. For transfer students, basic science transfer students from recognized medical schools may be admitted as transfer students upon evaluation of their credentials. For clinical clerkship transfers, all students who wish to transfer into clinical rotations must have successfully completed their basic medical sciences as required by their former school. You must also pass your USMLE Step 1 and do at least 48 weeks of clinical rotations with All Saints and rotate the core rotations. So class of 25 and 26, this could be you. So now you can ask some of your questions and we'd be happy to answer them for you. I'm going to pass this over to Kemi, back to our wonderful Kemi. Let me stop sharing. There we go. That was quite long, quite a mouthful.